In the last lecture, we are looking at methods in psychology. Once again, I'm Reverend Father Makarius Kabidom. Now, this afternoon, I'm going to address myself to human growth and development. In the last session, we are looking at methods in psychology, quasi-experiments, naturalistic observations, surveys, case studies. We mentioned all those. Now today, we are looking at human growth and development, which in psychology, in some books, they call it developmental psychology. This is a branch of psychology that studies how people grow and change over the course of their lifetime from conception to death. The major developmental stages of humans go through are prenatal, infancy, childhood, adolescent stage, adulthood, and old age. So developmental psychologists do not just study the physical changes that occur as people grow. They also look at the social, emotional, and cognitive development that occurs throughout life. Why should we study this human growth and development or developmental psychology? What is our interest? The study of development of human beings is very necessary in the teaching and learning process of human beings. It includes all the aspects that there are in growth and development pattern of an individual. What is the scope of this human growth and development? Scope of human development. The study of development psychology covers the changing patterns within an individual from conception throughout his lifespan. So the purpose of this is to understand these patterns in an individual in relation to the teaching and learning process of the person. So, the study of human growth and development attempts to explore all the changes in an individual in relation to society in general and learning in particular. It examines the growth and behavior changes of human beings from conception to the end of life, or what we can call death. Concepts in human growth and development. We have 4 concepts in human growth and development. We have growth, development, and maturation. I'm sorry, there are 3, not 4. Growth, development, and maturation. What is growth? Growth refers to the physical changes in an individual or in a human body due to increase or decrease in organism body structures, e.g. in terms of height, weight, and size. So, these changes are looked at quantitatively, not qualitatively. What of human development? Human development refers to the gradual changes within an organism's characteristics and functions in a qualitative manner. That is, changes are of the kind, e.g. thinking, behaving differently. For instance, one with a big head does not mean that he has a better brain than the one with a small head. So the qualitative change that takes place in a human being's mind, in his behavior, is what we call development. So development goes with the qualitative changes that take place in a human being. In particular, physical development refers to biological changes that children undergo as they age. Important aspects that determine the progress of physical development in infancy and toddlerhood include physical and brain changes, development of reflexes, motor skills, sensation, perceptions, and learning skills and health issues. Cognitively, it could be about the changes in perception, concept formation, attitude, aptitude. Emotionally, it could be about adjustments and feelings. That is development. What of maturation? Related to development is maturation, which refers to the development of body structures and organs into full capacity to the point of being fully utilized by the organism. It also involves relatively stable change in thought, behavior, or physical growth that is due to the aging process and not experience. As we grow, right from conception, we develop, we gain many new abilities and skills, but we lose something too. There is an impressive rapid development of sensory, perceptual, social, and cognitive ability during infancy and childhood. And this together with the further development of these abilities in adolescence, adulthood, is the subject matter of human growth and development. In human growth and development, there are certain principles that govern the growth and development pattern of an individual. So the process of human growth and development tends to be characterized by a number of aspects that are described as principles of human growth and development. And these principles of human growth and development are as follows. The processes are gradual and continuous. They're gradual and continuous. They don't just come all of a sudden and they appear and they go. No, they are gradual. They come slowly and they continue. So development starts from a certain point, tending to another. They are orderly and they follow a certain pattern. Orderly. Growth and development is orderly. These processes are not uniform. They are not uniform in all human beings. They are not uniform in all human beings. One grows faster, another one grows slowly. These processes are gender related. Gender related. Gender related. The way a boy grows and a girl grows, they differ, especially during the adolescent stage. We see different changes take place. For example, males and females tend to have features that are unique to their respective gender or sex during the adolescent stage. The processes tend to be related, or they are interrelated and complex. E.g., gender versus personality. Do girls behave the same way as boys behave at a particular stage? Height versus personality. Short people behave differently from tall people because of their nature, of their body size and their heights. Growth and development are affected by environment and heredity. Environment and heredity. How does environment affect growth and development? Environment, if a person grows in a hungry world, this person is likely to be stunted. If a person grows in a slum, the development of this person in terms of social behavior and social values is going to be different from the person who has grown in an organized environment. So we need to note these principles. They are very key and very important. In the teaching and learning process, we ought to know about these changes that take place, which are qualitative and the quantitative ones, because they affect the behaviors of the learners. We have stages of growth and development. We said the first one is prenatal stage. This is a period when the child is in the mother's womb before birth. This prenatal period takes around 9 months. It has also the prenatal period, it has its stages. You have the zygote stage. The zygote stage, or the cell that is formed at conception, divides many times and the internal organs form. By the end of the first week, the zygote consists of about 100 cells. The many cells so far formed are arranged in 2 layers, one for the skin, hair, nervous system, and sensory organs, and other for the digestive and respiratory systems and glands. Near the end of this stage, a 3rd layer of the cell appears, those that will eventually develop into circulatory and excretory system muscles. That is stage 1, the zygote stage. Stage 2 is the embryonic stage. The embryo stage is the second stage of prenatal development. It begins about 2 weeks after it begins at about 2 weeks and ends about 8 after conception. During this stage, the zygote is transformed into embryo and development occurs at an incredibly rapid pace. Within a month after conception, the heart of the child is beating. A tiny brain starts to function, and most of the major body structures begin to form. By the end of this stage, the major features that define the human body, the arms, the hands, fingers, legs, toes, shoulders, head, and eyes are discernible. You can easily see them in place. In terms of behavior, the embryo can react reflectively to stimulation. For example, if the mouth is stimulated, the embryo moves its upper body and neck. This stage is most critical because the embryo is most vulnerable to chemicals that can cause birth defects, including drugs and alcohol or toxins produced by disease such as German measles. What of sexual development? Sexual development begins during the embryo stage. The determining factor for sex is the Y chromosome, which is contributed by the male parent at conception. If it is present, the embryo will become a male, XY. If it is not, it will become a female, that is XX. Early in prenatal development, the embryo develops a pair of gonads or sexual organs for procreation that will become ovaries or testes. If a Y chromosome is present, a gene located on it causes production of chemical signal that makes the gonads develop into testes. Otherwise, the gonads become ovaries. The development of other sexual organs is determined by the presence or absence of the testes. If the testes are present, they begin screaming. The last stage is the fetal stage. The fetal stage of prenatal development, it lasts about 7 months. It officially begins with the appearance of bone cells and ends with birth. During this period, there is rapid cell division and different body parts form, and by the end of the last month, the child is fully grown and is ready to be born. So the concept of human growth and development with its principles and with the first stage of human growth and development ends at that. The next other parts will come in the next presentation. I wish to thank you so much for listening. Thank you.